I think that's the
Yeah.
huge thing, trust.
And I think, don't get me wrong, we have made mistakes in the past as well, even with our businesses and stuff. Like, we've had people work for us that don't really pull the same way. And, when it's come to things like that, where, say someone, when we take appointments mainly now, but we used to do walk-ins. So say someone come in and there was, I don't know, 3 people waiting for one person. That one person wouldn't then really recommend, oh, why don't you jump in so-and-so's chair? Or
Yeah.
because that was the way they were. They weren't really bothered about their teammates as such. They were more worried about themselves, which, we're all aware everyone's got bills and stuff to pay, obviously, but at the same time, it doesn't bode too well, as a team, if you're not recommending your teammates or your workmates. You know what I mean? So I think it does work well now once you get them sort of people out.
How's the booking side of things going? Because that was something I always wondered why barbers didn't do that more anyway. I know that you guys are obviously busy particularly at peak times anyway.
Yeah.
But how's the booking side of things going?
Do you know what? It's one of the ones where for years and years, barbers, probably the first 9-10 years since I've been doing it, it's just been walk-ins, and it was just all we kind of knew, really. But having appointments is so much better. I mean, I don't think we'd ever really go back to walk-ins. I mean, we would take walk-ins if we had a spare space, or if someone walked in at the end of the day and you didn't have much to do and you thought, oh, go on then, let's do one more, which, we'd do it in that respect. But I think appointments are so much easier. It's better for everyone. It's better for us. We know who's coming in. The customers haven't got to wait. They can come in at a certain time, get their hair cut and get out, so it just works better for everyone.
Because that was always one of the things that I remember, like, you speak to people, that's one of the frustrating things about a barber, is that you would go in, particularly if you're a popular one like yourself, you go in and you think, actually, it's the waiting as well as that's the time to get your hair cut. It just trims away your day. And nowadays, people are so busy. I think, like you've just said, I think adding in that booking thing will make a massive difference to the amount of people. Do you find that you get more people throughout the day now?
I think you do, yeah.
Not now.
I think because, before you couldn't really look at it. You couldn't really work out what you were doing throughout the day. Obviously, you look at it financially at the end of the day and you'd know. But I think now you can set your day out and be like, right, I've got 10 clients in today. You're mentally prepared for that, whereas some days you get there, say you're running a bit late, you haven't prepped any of your food or anything like that. So say you get to work and then you're non-stop all day. Like, mentally, you're drained by the end of it because you wasn't ready for it. Whereas now, we've got like a booking app and everything. You look at it, you can see what's coming in, so you can prep yourself correctly for the day.
I've got loads and loads of questions coming in here now. So I'll ask 2 that kind of go back to back. I'm just going to rewind the conversation a little bit. So you said you made mistakes in the past.
Yeah.
From my rugby coaching background and my rugby coaching biases, I'm all about putting my players in environments to purposefully allow them to make mistakes and learn. So I'm really interested in how you've used those mistakes to learn. What have you learned from mistakes? And the second one, which kind of ties in with that, is you said in the past you've brought in the wrong people around you. So have you learned any, I suppose, screening methods, questions, characteristics for people in the future now?
Yeah, I think what it used to mainly be was we'd always go searching for the best barber. As in, when I say barber, I meant the best person at cutting hair. Which, when you stand back and you think of the best barber, it isn't really just the best person at cutting hair. It's the best person with customers. It's the best person who's punctual. It's people that can do things correctly and properly. People that are good with others, whereas before we've had a couple of people like that. Not everyone, I would never name names, but it's you find with people like that let's say you've got a young apprentice and he's coming through, but the senior guy who he's looking up to is always late. He's always talking about the wrong things, or if there's someone like that, they're kind of poisonous to the rest of the team. So for us, we've made them mistakes before, and I like to think we won't do them again.